Welcome to day 32 of our countdown to the start of Ramadan by covering daily Muslim inclusion tips so that you and your organization can have your most inclusive Ramadan yet. If this is the first time we're meeting, hi, my name is Rahimeh and this is who I am and what I do. Today's tip is going out to anyone who works in hospitality or in the travel industry, or anyone who you yourself might be traveling as, yes, a non-Muslim during the month of Ramadan. In previous videos, we've discussed legitimate Islamic religious reasons why a Muslim may be exempt from completing their fast if they are physically healthy enough to do so and if they are old enough. However, an additional reason that I will now add here is that for those who are around the travel industry, whether you work in it or whether you yourself are traveling, is that a Muslim person who is traveling a far distance from their home, don't ask me how far, there are various different opinions on how far is far enough to then break your fast or not need to be able to fast, which then, spoilers, means that if someone is traveling during the month of Ramadan, they are not required to fast as a traveler. The way I was taught in the sect of Islam that I follow, which I can very well see is not necessarily everyone's, but the way I learned it is that if you are going to be traveling for less than 10 days, you would be considered a traveler that whole time, so you would not need to fast. And if you were going to stay for 11 plus days, then you would be considered staying there long term, and then you would fast. So you would only take the day off that you were, say, in an airplane or in transit, in a car, in a train, in a bus, in a plane. Whatever mode of transportation you are using to go a far distance while you are in transit, that Muslim would not be fasting, but once they are settled in a certain area for longer than 10 days, they would continue fasting. So for you as a non-Muslim, just again, keep in mind that there are many different reasons, legitimately from a religious perspective, as well as people just generally not necessarily being a practicing Muslim and not wanting to fast and not choosing to fast. And all of those reasons, both religiously inclined and non-religiously inclined, are all very personal in nature. And so if you see a Muslim who is not fasting, clearly they're eating, they're drinking during the month of Ramadan, during the hours when the sun is in the sky, please just generally don't acknowledge it and let it pass. Like and follow for more Muslim inclusion tips as we count down to the start of Ramadan.